In this class we're going to look at Ansoff's matrix. Now let's start by looking at strategic positioning. This concentrates on identifying the impact of the external environment on strategy. So the first point is look at the external environment and see how it impinges on the strategy of the business. The external environment is the economic, the political, the social and the technological aspects of the external economy and how they impinge upon the business. So that's the first port of call. Next, look at the organization's strategic capability. What is the business capable of doing? What resources has it got? How are the resources divided up between liquid and illiquid assets? What's the cash flow situation? What are the core competencies of the business? What's the skill of the workforce? Look at the overall capability of the business. So get a statement or get an idea as to what the capability of the business is. And thirdly, look at the role of the stakeholders. And look at all of the stakeholders. The stakeholders include the workers, the management, the suppliers. The government may be a stakeholder. It receives taxes, or it perhaps partially sponsors the business in a development area. It could be the local community as a stakeholder. There are many stakeholders involved in the business. There are the shareholders, of course, who own the business at the end of the day, and these are a very important set of stakeholders. So look at the role of all of the stakeholders, look at their influence, see what they want, and see what they are currently getting, see what pressures they're exerting to bring about change to the role of the business. So that's the first movement in looking at the Ansoff matrix. Get a strategic position. Identify the external environment and the impact of the external environment. Look at the capability of the business and determine the stakeholders and what the stakeholders are looking for. Now, the strategic positioning. Well, the main elements considered in strategic positioning are what the organization's likely future opportunities and threats. What are these? What are the major opportunities that may arise in the future? What are the major threats? A threat could be potential competition, or a fall in spending power of the customers, or technological innovation which makes existing technology redundant, which makes existing plant redundant, obsolete. So what are the likely future opportunities and threats? Try to list them. How can the organization be positioned so as to maximize the opportunities and minimize the threats? So if it's possible to identify likely future opportunities and threats, then try to devise a plan, devise a scheme to maximize the opportunities and minimize the threats. It's a logical thing to do. What is the present position of the organization? Try to gauge where the organization is at the moment. If it's got competitors, where does it fit vis-a-vis the competitors? Is it doing well compared to the competitors? Is it lagging behind the competitors? What's its reputation in the marketplace? How does the customers see the business? Try to gauge its current position. And what practical obstacles are there for strategic implementation? What practical obstacles are there? If the business comes up with a change in strategy, will the workers go with it? Will the workers object to it? Will the workers leave? Will key workers leave? Workers who who are highly skilled, and perhaps who generate the core competencies of the business? Will they leave? Will they be more motivated or less motivated as a consequence of a strategic change? What are the practical obstacles? It could be, are the resources available? It's one thing to have a very nice plan, but it's another thing to have the resources to implement the plan. So what are the practical obstacles? Now, the Ansoff Matrix, a tool developed by Igor Ansoff. The aim of the Ansoff Matrix is to help businesses develop their products and consider potential growth strategies. So it's to look at the development of the products and try to relate these to potential growth strategies. So it looks at existing products, new products, in existing markets or in new markets. So really we've got here 4 elements. We've got existing products, we've got new products, we've got existing markets, and we've got new markets. So 4 parts. And the matrix looks at these 4 and performs its analysis based on these 4 factors. So the Ansoff matrix consists of 4 combinations: existing products or developing new products, in existing markets or developing new markets. And when we put this into the matrix, we get this. We have existing products and new products, new markets and existing markets. And then inside the matrix itself, if we have existing markets and existing products, we have market penetration. If we have new markets and existing products, we have market development. Existing markets and new products, product development. New markets and new products is diversification. So we've got 4 parts to consider. And what we're going to do in the remainder of this class is to look at these 4 boxes, if you like, these 4 parts to the matrix: market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. And we're going to start with market penetration. So with market penetration, this is another name for a growth strategy. Market penetration is a growth strategy. So the focus is on selling existing products in existing markets. It doesn't sound too exciting when you say it like that. It's selling existing products in existing markets. Well, it means more fully selling existing products in existing markets, developing every aspect of the existing market, perhaps growing the existing market and selling existing products. So there's no resources required for diversification, for development of new products, or it's emphasizing what is in existence at the moment, the existing product, and developing the market it knows at the moment, which is the existing market. The 4 main elements associated with its growth strategy, which organizations need to consider and implement if necessary. There are 4 elements to the strategy, this market penetration strategy. First of all, maintain or increase the market share of existing products. Maintain or increase the market share of existing products. Second, try to dominate the market. Try to become the biggest in the market. Become the market leader. In the existing market, if you like, overwhelm the competition. Become the market leader for this type of product. And establish entry barriers if possible. Try to block new companies from coming in. Now that could be done in a variety of ways. It could be by doing a deal with the raw material suppliers or the component suppliers, not to supply other companies, just to supply the present company. So if the potential competitors can't get their hands on the raw materials or the components, they can't enter the market. That's a barrier to entry. So try to block competitors coming in. Another way of doing it is to have a very effective marketing strategy, one which sews up all of the retail outlets, one which dominates the market. So when people in that market think of a product, this product, they think of the company. So new companies coming in find it very difficult to get a foothold. The existing company is so well established, new ones find it difficult. Have a good reputation with customers. Customer satisfaction is very important. So it goes with the barrier to entry point in C. But customer satisfaction is what enables the business to continue, to grow and to continue. Now, that's the market penetration box. So market penetration on this slide is what we've just dealt with. Now let's move on to market development. This type of growth strategy aims to sell existing products in new markets. So existing products in new markets. So the company makes something, it's currently selling it in market A, now it wants to sell it in market B also. Now the business needs to consider several points. First of all, the geographic market. It needs to consider whether it's viable to sell in the new market. It depends where the new market is. Geographically, it may be in a different location. Now, there may be all sorts of issues involved in the geography here. There may be issues, for example, about if it's exporting it to another country, does the country allow it as an import? Does the country impose a tax on it, on the product? Will the production take place at the original center, or will it be a new factory in a new area making the same product? So there are many factors, and a lot of this discussion is caught up with this whole idea of globalization and outsourcing and globalization, but mostly globalization. And there are many factors to consider. So developing a new market may not be that easy. If it's in the domestic country, if it's in the same country, there still may be issues about distribution, which we'll come on to in a second. So we look at the product dimension, the packaging of the product. Will it be the same as in the original country? Will it have the same packaging? Will it be branded in the same way? In other words, will it have the same image to the customer? And what are the distribution channels? How will it be sold? Through outlets, or will it be sold in other innovative ways, door to door? Depends on the product, obviously. Some products may be amenable to selling door to door, some may not. But what are the distribution channels? How will the product be delivered to the customer? How will the customer get their hands on the product? And that may be an issue depending on the factors that prevail in the new market. And what's the pricing policy? It depends partially on the income levels in the new market. Customers may or may not be able to afford at the domestic prices. So the pricing strategy will have to recognize the different economic circumstances in the new market. The pricing policy would also have to be such as to stop the possibility of re-importing. If it's sold too cheaply in the new market, if it's geographically different or in a different country, if it's sold too cheaply there is a possibility that it will be exported back to the first market and sold at a profit. So pricing strategy is also an issue. So looking at market development, there are several factors to take into account. The location of the new market, the packaging and the image of the product in the new market, the distribution channels, and what prices will be charged for the product in the new market. So it's not as straightforward as it seems. Next, let's look at product development. This growth strategy considers the prospect of introducing a new product into existing markets. So this is a new product in existing markets. The company knows the existing market, it's operated there, it has expertise in the existing market, and it introduces a new product based on experience and feedback from working in that market. In order to do this, the strategy requires development of new competencies. A new product will require new competencies. The competencies are the special talents and skills that the business has, which gives it a unique advantage over its competitors. The new products must appeal to the existing market. So the new products must appeal to the existing market. There must be a perceived demand for these products in the existing market. So the company uses its knowledge of the market to assess whether there is the possibility of launching a new product in the existing market. So it's developing further in the existing market, introducing a new product into the existing market. Next, diversification. This growth strategy considers introducing new products into new markets. This is quite extreme. This is going a new product in a new market. It's a lot more risky. A business must be precise about what it wants to achieve from this strategy and a clear assessment of the associated risks involved. So it's crucial that the business knows what risks are involved in launching a new product into a new market. It must know the new market, it must have done adequate market research, and it must have a good idea, a good product to deliver that meets the needs of the new market. But it's risky because there are too many new parts to this strategy. There's the new market and a new product, and that makes it extra risky. So what we've done in this class is to look at the Ansoff Matrix, and we've talked about market penetration, product development, market development, and diversification, and explained what each of these means. It's an important matrix because it is widely used to assess growth strategies. And it's important to be able to produce this and discuss each of the 4 boxes and describe the advantages and disadvantages of whatever strategy is selected. And that's all we need to do on this class, so we're going to leave it at that and say thank you for watching.